Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the critical crossroads where your computer's hardware actually meets its software and exactly how that installation process works. So if you've ever wondered how physical components talk to digital code, you are absolutely in the right place.
Picture this. You buy a brand new, graphically intense game, boot it up on your older laptop, and freeze. Total system crash. Brutal, right? Well, understanding why that happens is exactly what we're going to master today. It really all comes down to knowing what your machine can actually handle.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at the hardware gatekeeper, decode system requirements, dive into a Photoshop case study, and then break down getting software via online downloads and portable storage. Let's jump in.
Section 1. The Hardware Gatekeeper.
Think of your computer as a highly exclusive club, and new software is just trying to get past the velvet rope. The bouncer, well, that's your system requirements. These are the absolute minimum specs needed to make sure the software runs smoothly without totally frying your hardware. It's basically a roller coaster's "you must be this tall to ride" sign.
But what happens if you try to sneak past that gatekeeper? Well, if your rig doesn't meet those basic requirements, you'll likely hit a brick wall. The software just might refuse to install entirely. Or if it does somehow squeeze through, it's going to run painfully slow. That lag and crashing we talked about earlier, that is your hardware screaming because it's being completely overworked.
Section 2. Decoding System Requirements.
So what does this actually look like under the hood? Behind your sleek monitor is a heavy-duty physical machine, packed with fans, wiring, and processors. When software makes demands, it's talking directly to these physical workhorses.
It usually comes down to a specific checklist. First up, you need the right type of CPU or processor. You also need a compatible operating system. Then there's RAM, which is your system's active memory, and of course, enough physical hard drive space to actually fit the files. Surprisingly, even your display size matters for some software layouts. Oh, and don't forget to check if you'll need a constant internet connection to run the thing.
Moving to Section 3. Case Study, Photoshop Specs.
Let's ground this with a real-world heavyweight, Adobe Photoshop. Notice how specific they get here. They don't just want any processor. They explicitly call out an Intel Core 2 or AMD running at 2 GHz or faster. For the OS, you need specific versions of Windows like 7, 8.1, or certain builds of 10. Look at the RAM requirements. 2 gigs is the bare minimum, but they strongly recommend 8. They even need over 3 gigs of hard disk space just for the installation. It is literally the ultimate gatekeeper's checklist in action.
So where are these magical checklists hiding? You can usually find them in one of two places. They'll either be printed directly on the physical box the software came in, or, and let's be real, this is far more likely these days, listed prominently on the publisher's official website. Always check there before you buy. Section 4. Getting software through online downloads. Okay, so you know your computer can handle the load. Now, how do you actually get it on there? You've essentially got two distinct paths: downloading it straight from the web, or old school, grabbing a physical disk from a store.
Obviously, today, physical media has mostly been left in the dust by internet downloads. Global server networks let us pull down massive installation files almost instantly. It's completely the standard way to do things now.
But with that convenience comes a catch. You've got to be smart about it. Make absolutely sure you are only downloading from official websites and trusted publishers. This is absolutely crucial to avoid accidentally downloading nasty malware or a virus that'll wreck your system. You'll typically use a credit card to buy it, click the link, and you're off to the races. An even safer route is using built-in verified app stores like Google Play, Apple's App Store, or the Windows Store.
And finally, Section 5. Installing via portable storage.
Now, I know the internet rules everything, but portable storage, like good old CDs and DVDs, actually still serve a really functional offline purpose in the modern computing world. You might be thinking, who even uses disks anymore? Well, they're typically reserved for massive core programs. We're talking fresh operating system installs, physically boxed video games, and standalone legacy versions of Microsoft Office. Basically, the permanent offline versions, not the cloud-based Office 365.
The process here is pretty straightforward. You go to a store, buy the physical box, bring it home, and pop the disk in. From there, it actually mirrors an online download. You'll run what's called an installation wizard, which is just a helpful built-in program that walks you step by step through unpacking and setting everything up on your local hard drive. Which brings us to a really fascinating question to wrap up this explainer.
With almost everything shifting to online downloads and massive programs now running straight from the cloud instead of our local hard drives, will physical system requirements eventually just disappear? I mean, if servers miles away are doing all the heavy lifting, is the hardware gatekeeper on our desks going to become a thing of the past? It's an incredible tech evolution to keep an eye on. Thanks so much for tuning in. Keep exploring and stay curious.